Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just dropped the homie off at the crib from work. I'm about to go pick up my babies and go home, man. But peep game, man, we gotta get into some shit, man. And that shit is goddamn, we gotta rap about this Deontay Wilder situation, man. I don't normally like to go and talk about people what's going on in their personal lives. I know when Jamal Charlo, when he got popped, well, not pop, but when his card and everything bounced, I don't think shit like that is funny, man. I know what it's like to be embarrassed like that, you know, and that's just as a regular 9-to-5 working ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So you can only imagine with someone who's made, you know, quite a few millions of dollars and is known nationwide. Not as well known as others, but you know, he has, you know, a lot more motherfuckers gonna know him than they would know me, you know what I'm saying? He goes into a spot and he paying for everybody and his check bounces or his card bounces. He getting drinks and his card bounces. That shit is embarrassing. That shit is, it's embarrassing, man, and it ain't got nothing to do with the ring. So I don't like to go and dive off into people's personal lives, man, you know, but this Wilder situation, man, normally I wouldn't even speak on it. I wouldn't even speak on it because I'm not opposed to motherfuckers having guns, man. Niggas is ignorant out here in the streets, you know, niggas, and you know, LA, of all places in LA, you gotta remember about the amount of celebrities that have been getting clipped out there. Ain't shit sweet about LA. I was at the bro house the week before last, watching the Ryan Garcia versus Tank fight. And I was telling his lady, his wife, it's not what you think in the sense of like, you know, a lot of neighborhoods in LA will fool you. You see the palm trees and everything in the houses. It's not like you could think you in a suburb, you know, you think you're in a nice area and it's gang banging over here. Like they, you know, it's straight up and down, full-fledged gang banging over here. So LA is a place, not, you know, everywhere don't look like South Central, everywhere don't look like Watts. I've been through Compton, I've been through Inglewood, you dig? Like the hub, you know, Compton was a little bit, it was a little bit you know, it wasn't as downtrodden as like Watts was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. But it was still the hood. Shit, Inglewood is the hood. It's just in Inglewood, you know, it's a little bit nicer over there. But they riding over there. They letting them guns bust over there. So, you know, LA is a place where you have to definitely go to and protect yourself, especially as a celebrity. They hitting licks on these celebrities. They hitting rappers, dog. They hitting rappers. Rappers who, you know, 2 and 3 years into their career, they're just now coming into popularity, into prominence. And they, you know, they licks. They ain't touching the amount of money that someone like a Deontay Wilder has. Deontay Wilder has damn near made over $100 million, you know, in these past few years. That nigga got it. So you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself when you go out into these, you know, into these different cities and shit like that. So I'm not opposed to guns. I think people need guns. I think people need guns. I definitely do. I have one. And with the amount of wild shit that's going on, with mass shootings is becoming a normality, you need that to protect yourself and others around you. Best believe I'm letting mine blow, and if I got it on me and someone get the gun out of pocket, nah. We'll have a shootout in here before I let you take me out or my kids out. So you need this shit. You definitely need it. So I'm not opposed to him having a gun. What's baffling to me, though, is I remember in particular Fred from Barbershop Conversation. He had a lot of shit to say about Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua was trying to reawaken the demon that he once had in the ring, of course. And then we just strictly talking about pugilism. You dig? Just trying to tap back into that wolf. So you can have that, you know, have that extra, have that on your shoulder. You dig what I'm saying? Like how that killer that he was when he fought Povetkin, that killer that he went and fought Klitschko and Dillian White. He needs that. He needs to rediscover that. So he got to talking about the hustlers, the Big Meaches and the Larry Hoovers and all them, and the Rick Rosses and people of that nature. Fred from Barbershop was one of the cats really on there, you know, berating him and gunning him down for that. when are we gonna raise men? When it just really just at that point it was like, yo, it's childish, bro, because you're gonna find shit to nitpick with him about because you simply are favorable of Deontay Wilder. And what you be, it's not even like with like how it was with LeBron and Kobe. I explained that some time ago. When LeBron and Kobe was doing their thing in the league simultaneously, because of, you know, you felt the type of way about Kobe and this individual over here felt the type of way about LeBron, y'all will really be at each other's necks behind them two, and y'all don't even realize that these two is actually really good friends. It's a mutual respect when they see one another. It's not the same for Wilder and Joshua because, you know, these are fighters, but that just goes to show the level of how obtuse a lot of you cats can be. You dig what I'm saying? It's not, you can't call it down the middle. Like, I like Wilder, I like Joshua, it's gonna be a dope fight. Nah, it's either one or the other. The reasons I'm not a fan of Deontay Wilder honestly has nothing to do with how he moves, how he does in the ring. Even though I don't think much of him as a fighter, as a boxer from a skill set standpoint, you can't deny his accolades. But I just don't, he's just not a dude, like a favorite of mine that I would like to watch. It's his deeds outside of that had me like, nah, I can't fuck with this nigga. So it wasn't because Joshua is one of my favorite cats to watch. Nah, that's not the case at all. Because I didn't wild on Deontay Wilder in the manner that I do in the now. And I still don't wild on him because I have a respect for fighters. But in the now, it's like, nah, I can't fuck with you, bro. After that, you know, it's just a plethora of shit that you did that had me like, nah, I'm cool. But these niggas was just simply, yo, die hard, stomp down Deontay Wilder fans. And with that, they had to give resistance to anybody who was coming to take his spotlight, which in all actuality, it wasn't really his spotlight. In the American boxing scene, the heavyweight boxing scene, yeah, because he was the only, you know, dominant heavyweight up here, you dig? But Anthony Joshua was a Brit. That's all the heavyweight boxing. That's the entire heavyweight landscape. Is it Europeans? It's been like that since the Klitschko era. You dig? So that's where that hatred comes from, man. And with that hatred, it was just something to just nitpick about. It just became nitpicky. You dig? He was in the wrong for saying that, yo, man, I grew up with the Larry, you know, looking up to the Big Meaches and the Larry Hoovers and people of that ilk and the Rick Rosses. Like, that's most people. He's not glorifying it, but that's most people who come from a certain background. You can come from an affluent background and look to them cats. Why? Because they took the bull by the horns. They took a chance and it paid off big for them. Rick Ross and Big Meech in particular. Larry Hoover was running shit from his prison cell. So you admire that, you know what I'm saying? Even on a street level, it's a different type of energy when you know, yo, that's so-and-so from so-and-so. You dig? That's so-and-so, and this where hoodie from right here. You dig that? And there, it's a gravitational type energy. You know what I'm saying? Like they command respect. They command respect. That's admirable. Naturally, you're gonna look up to that. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with what it is that he was saying, but they clapped at him. Fred in particular clapped at him because he said that, while ignoring the fact that Deontay Wilder said he wanted a body in the ring. You dig? You talking about raising men. What respectable man wants to go in there and knowingly kill another man in sport, you know? Like, I mean, just you know, why do you never speak to that? And now I highly doubt you're gonna speak to this shit right here. You're not gonna speak to this because what he's doing is illegal. I think guns are illegal in the state of California. They're illegal there. So are you gonna speak to this? Are you gonna tell him, man, you moving funny, Brody? That ain't you. You ain't thugging out here. You got a concealed weapon. Like, that ain't, nah, homie. That's not what you ain't about none of that. Not to be disrespectful or come off like you little nigga. Nah, because honestly, I'm not about that. And I sleep comfortably at night knowing I'm not about that. When you bout that, you can't sleep comfortably at night because the deeds you done did in the street, you never know when that shit is gonna come back and, you know, rectify shit. Niggas done popped on niggas, niggas done robbed niggas, niggas done crashed, niggas beat niggas the fucked up, bodied niggas, did all type of wild shit. You can't sleep comfortably. You sleep with one eye open. Yeah. When you bout that life, you got to. When you bout that life, if a nigga can't get to you, they got no issues going to get your, you know, the next motherfucker next to you. I can't get you, I'm gonna get your loved one. There's some savage niggas out here. There's some savage niggas out here, so it ain't nothing wrong with not being about that life. I'm not. I'm taking every exit route we can to dissolve this problem. I don't want no drama with you, bro, and I don't lose no sleep at night over that. But for Deontay Wilder, for whatever reason, and like I said, I'm not opposed to him having a gun. I'm not opposed to that at all. But when you are, you have to abide by, you know, with the guidelines of the land. You do, especially as a celebrity, or especially someone in the public eye. We owe you a great deal of bringing attention back to the American heavyweight boxing scene. You're solely responsible for that in America. You're solely responsible for that. Nobody can take that from you. So why would you sit there and play with fire like that? You know what I'm saying? You a nigga that, all right, cool, you got money. You need to be hiring security. You need to be hiring security. Or if you got wolves in the car with you, I bet, yo, take this pistol, take this gun charge from me. I'm gonna hold you down while you locked up. I got you on the lawyer. I got you on all that shit, bond, all that shit. If you gotta go sit down for a few years, I got you. And I'm gonna hit you off when you get out. That's just standard. That's protocol. That's protocol. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I feel like this is something that I'm hoping that they address. I don't want them to address it, but I want them to at least be transparent with their energy. Don't sit there and bang on on Anthony Joshua, who's not trying to be who's not trying to portray this, this thug, this gangster image or nothing like that. He was just saying, yo, these are the cats that I looked up to. You dig? When you follow hip hop, what people need to understand is, yo, hip hop is a street culture. You dig? And a lot of people abroad listen to hip hop. The struggles here, it correlates to what's going on with them over there. It's just on different continents. They speak English differently. We don't speak the Queen's English here. They speak it over there. So it's not gonna sound as thorough over there as it does over here, but that doesn't mean that they ain't experiencing it over there. If what I'm being told, Anthony Joshua was at the projects. There's projects over there in London. The hood is over there. You know what I'm saying? One of my loved ones went over there to Holland before. He was the only white guy in Holland. Not in Holland, but in a particular neighborhood. And he kept walking to the corner store to get something. And some niggas pressed him. Hey, man, who is you, dog? Like, hey, where you from, man? Pressed him. What's up, bro? Like, hey, of course in their accent. But just letting it be known, man, hey, just know where you at. You feel me? Like, we ain't, I ain't trying to pressure or nothing like that, but just know where you at. This is where it's at. This is what it is over here. This is how we give it up over here. This is how we get it down. You dig? So the struggle was everywhere. The struggle was everywhere. So for Anthony Joshua to come out and say, yo, man, Big Meech, Larry Hoover, Rick Ross, hey, Fat Cat, Nicky Barnes, Supreme, yeah, Harry O, yeah. I knew him, and I wanted to know more about him. The Commission, Gotti, Lucky Luciano, yeah, I definitely know about them. Whitey Bulger, yeah, I know about him. You come from a certain background, you're going to know who these not political, but public figures are. But that didn't stop you from banging on him, because you took that as an opportunity to say you're promoting a particular lifestyle and criminality that should be frowned upon. given the fact that you're in the public eye, you're a public figure, people know who you are. You're not listening to what he said and why he said it. You just took that as an opportunity to attack him because you're Anthony, you're a Deontay Wilder, I don't want to say fanboy, because I think with them too, if what he's saying is a genuine brotherhood right with them, so I can respect that. But because you're so pro Wilder, you took that as an opportunity to clap at him, and y'all consistently do it. A lot of you LDBC niggas, even though he's not LDBC, a lot of you Wilder, you pro Wilder dudes, y'all, the minute he had that mental breakdown on stage and at the presser and all that, y'all banged on him. Y'all banged on him, but y'all praised Wilder when he had his, when he was talking about the likes of a Pritchard Cologne. After saying he wants to kill a nigga in the ring. So where's your energy towards Deontay Wilder? For breaking the law, because he did do that. He did do that. That's a felony. That's a felony. Are y'all going to keep that same energy with Deontay Wilder, who actually broke the law? Are y'all gonna keep that same energy with him that y'all had with Anthony Joshua when he was just talking about, yo, man, these are the people that I looked up to growing up in the environment that I come from back in Britain? Are y'all gonna keep that same energy? Barbershop in particular, Fred in particular. I don't know about all them other niggas. I don't know about Drew Titan. I don't know about 78. I don't know about Artman and all them niggas. I don't know. You dig? But it's a lot of wild shit that they have to say about Anthony Joshua. A lot that they have to say about Anthony Joshua, and it just gets completely disregarded. Or what Wilder has to say, his actions get completely disregarded, so you don't have to come off as if you're being you don't want to come off as a coon because you're trying to give somebody corrective action for their behavior. I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that. Am I mad at Deontay Wilder for having a burner on him? No, not at all. You need it. You definitely need it. I see nothing wrong with having a gun. I see nothing wrong with having a fucking throwaway. I see nothing wrong with you have to protect yourself. Now, if you got the throwaway and it got bodies on it, and you're the nigga who done called, who done sent them niggas to the Reaper, that's a different ball game right there. But if you're like, yo, I just need to get something quick because this nigga's on here, hey, I get that. You have to protect yourself. You have to preserve your life. Deontay Wilder is a family man. Nothing is worth his life. Nothing. He has to protect himself. He has to protect his family. He can't protect his family if he's no longer within this realm of existence. So you do what you got to do to preserve your life. I see nothing wrong with what Deontay Wilder did. Nothing. Nothing wrong whatsoever. Doesn't bother me at all. It's nothing to me. Not mad at it. I get it. I honestly salute it. Personally, I salute it. In this day and age, in Los Angeles of all places, where niggas is getting clipped, celebrities is getting clipped, yeah, you need that. I ain't mad at none of it. I'm not mad at none of it. I promise you I'm not mad at it. But where's the corrective action of his brethren? Because I guarantee you they not saying that shit, especially how they reacted to Anthony Joshua saying that he looked up to Big Meech and Larry Hoover. And if you are one of them niggas who is going to look, who is going to completely disregard this shit and try to find a way, just ways to justify the act, then you're a hypocrite. And at that point, that would make you a fanboy. And that would be corny. That would be corny. That's what it all boils down to, man. Yeah. Stop with the one-way traffic of criticism. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna call that shit down the middle, then don't call it. Niggas real life forget that, yo, all right, cool. You're highlighting a mistake I'm making in the now, or something that you take issue with in the now. What about when your man does it later on down the line? So I'm just saying, man, like, maybe he has done it. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he did it before I even made this video. Maybe he'll do it after I make the video. But I do think he needs to make a video addressing the issue. I definitely do think that. You ain't say shit about that man wanting to kill somebody in the ring. You said nothing about that. And now this nigga got a burner on his hip, and you ain't about to say nothing. You ain't about to say nothing about that. That's what we doing. But Anthony Joshua is problematic because he wants to look up, because he's letting it be known that, yeah, I grew up looking up the Big Meech and Larry Hoover. I'm going back into that demon, you know what I'm saying? So it can pay dividends when I get in the ring and it's time to lace them up. I'm just saying, man, let's keep the same fucking energy, bro. Let's keep the same energy, man. I'm not mad at Wilder, so I don't want this video to come off as some square ass niggas. I'm not no square. I do not want this video to come off as that, as I'm, oh man, you follow the law, man. You broke the law. This is what's wrong with this country. Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. You need to protect your goddamn self. I'm glad he got it on him. I'm glad he got it on him personally. I'm glad he got it on him. But you gotta know how to move also as a celebrity, bro. You hire security, or at least have a street team, my nigga. You have a street team to where you ain't gotta carry that shit. You ain't gotta carry it. You out and about, someone gonna bust for you. Someone looking at you crazy, they looking at you sideways. Whoever in the car with you gonna catch that, hey, and get everybody on point. That's what you need when you get to a certain point of popularity, man. But am I mad at him for having that shit on him? No, I'm absolutely not. I salute it. And he also has this, oh, damn. It was bad as shit. But he also has this persona as this church boy. He also has that persona as well. And I like to see people come up out of that shell. Or if you are going to be within that shell, if you are going to be a church boy, or just someone who's just, they're 10 toes on their religious beliefs and convictions, that doesn't mean you have to be, you roll over and just take whatever punishment somebody is willing to put on you. Because God will want you, because Jesus was a peaceful man. He went to the cross willingly to his death for the liberation of your. Nah, fuck all that. Y'all niggas is not Jesus. You can follow that ideology if you want, but be ready to protect yourselves. Be ready to protect yourselves. My pastor, when I was growing up, Bishop Barlow here, North Omaha, 45th and Military, that nigga had security. And they went to the gun range often. And they'll burn a nigga down if they needed to. That's the Christianity that I'm into. Or that I fuck with. Not into. I ain't into none of it. But that's the Christianity that I fuck with. You do not have to be subjected to mistreatment and punishment and submissive because you are a follower and a believer of Christ. You still have to protect yourself. The Bible is a book of war. So even if you go if you are a Christian, I ain't mad at you for carrying your burner on you. Keep the heat on you. I salute it. I congratulate it, but you should have been more methodical with how you was moving. Now, with that being said, is your mans and them gonna come out and lambast you or give you corrective action for the act, because you did technically break the law. And your actions can't have a negative effect on the youth that's growing up following you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it, man. I'm going in here and picking up my daughter from school, man, and my man Freddie. That's what it is, man. So yeah, I'm out. Deuces.